The Gambia's National Development Plan (NDP) 2018-2021, an ambitious blueprint for reforms and development plan by the Gambia government in January 2018, has attracted numerous important pledges for its implementation. The total amount of pledges rose to 1.45 billion euros during the Gambia-Brussels Donor Conference in May 2018. Because most of the pledges made are yet to be realized, with some countries having withdrawn their pledges. Because most part of the pledges made are yet to be realized, with some countries having withdrawn their pledges, companies in the private sector came together to organize an international economic investment forum for the Gambia in order to attract investors for the total realization of the National Development Plan. Ali Sow, Forum General Manager, underscored the importance of the forum to be held in Spain later this year.
As patriotic Gambians, we believe we have been watching ourselves failing since we got our independence, in the sense that we only leave everything to government for them to do. We said as a private sector, the engine of growth, we have to participate in national development. But how do we do that? We have to come and help them realize their plans. This is why we thought of collaborating with government, as well as our partners beyond borders, of which Spain was the first country to welcome Gambia to go and sell their destination. The Spanish government is very well concerned in helping Gambia, especially the National Development Plan, because I believe if we are going to sell destination Gambia, we should have something on the table to tell them that this is what we have, which is the situational analysis of the investment opportunities in the Gambia. If you look at the National Development Plan, priority sectors are highlighted. The likes of our infrastructure, we have to actually improve that. The likes of agriculture, which I believe Mr. Nyangado have mentioned, which is the backbone of every economy. Spain is one of the countries in Europe that have actually excelled a lot in agriculture and tourism. And I believe if Gambia improve in those sectors, it will help its economy a long way. This is why we venture into this. And not only Spain, but other investors in Europe, because the official that we are working with, which is the Foreign Minister for Spain, Josep Borrell, who is also appointed as the Chief of Diplomacy, European Union. And as we all know, European Union, they're very concerned about illegal migration. Illegal migration being a concern for all African countries, because you look at so many youth from Africa using the back way to go to Europe to look for greener pasture. And I believe if we have investments in the Gambia to improve our sectors, our youth will stay in the Gambia to work instead of going outside.
Alhaji Nyangado, Director General, Department of Strategic Policy and Delivery, Office of the President, outlined the difficulties the government is faced with.
Most of you would remember when the former government left power, we had our debt ratio to GDP about 130%. Which means in every money that this government earns, it goes to service debt. As we speak now, the debt service on government takes into a chunk of government's resources, which is about 600 million when we collect the revenue. And the other 30 million goes to provide our salaries. Eventually, nothing is left.
The 8 strategic priorities of the National Development Plan are in line with the goal of the government, which is to deliver good governance and accountability, social cohesion, and national reconciliation, and a revitalized and transformed economy for the well-being of all Gambians. Despite registering some progress in the implementation of the National Development Plan, there still remain priority areas which are yet to register any meaningful progress, all of which could be largely blamed on the absence of enough financing. For Paradise TV News, Binta Jallo.